There are things wealthy people openly show the world. The cars, the watches, the vacations, the success stories. But there are also things many rich people never tell you. Not necessarily because they are evil, but because the truth about wealth is often uncomfortable. The ancient Stoics understood something most people still fail to understand today. Wealth is less about money and more about psychology. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in ancient Rome, yet he constantly warned people about greed, emotional weakness, and dependence on luxury, because he understood that money does not automatically create peace. And today, millions chase wealth without understanding the hidden realities behind it. In this video, we'll explore what rich people rarely say publicly, the psychological truths about wealth, why discipline matters more than motivation, why emotions keep people financially stuck, and what the Stoics believed about success, status, and freedom. Let's begin. Part 1. They don't tell you that wealth takes time. Social media makes wealth look fast. Overnight success, instant businesses, quick money, luxury at a young age. But real wealth usually grows slowly, painfully slowly. What rich people rarely show: the years of failure, the boring routines, the lonely sacrifices, the repeated setbacks, the discipline required daily. People see success, but not the repetition behind it. The Stoics respected patience deeply. Marcus Aurelius believed nature works gradually. A tree does not grow overnight. Neither does mastery. Neither does wealth. But modern society trains people to expect instant results. And when success takes longer than expected, they quit. This is why many people remain financially stuck. Not because success is impossible, but because they underestimate how long meaningful success usually takes. Rich people rarely admit this publicly because patience is not glamorous. But discipline over long periods creates enormous advantages. Part 2. They don't tell you that emotional control matters more than intelligence. Many people believe wealthy individuals are simply smarter. Sometimes they are. But often, they are simply more emotionally disciplined. This matters enormously, because poor emotional control destroys wealth constantly. People spend emotionally, quit emotionally, panic emotionally, invest emotionally, react emotionally. The Stoics believed mastering emotion was essential for a successful life. Epictetus taught that external events are less dangerous than our reactions to them. That applies directly to money. Two people can face the same financial setback. One collapses emotionally, the other adapts calmly. Over time, calmness creates better decisions, and better decisions create better outcomes. Many rich people quietly understand this. They know emotional stability creates strategic advantage, while emotional chaos destroys opportunity. But society rarely talks about emotional discipline, because people prefer dramatic success stories, not boring consistency. Part 3. They don't tell you that most wealth is built quietly. Many people think wealth looks loud: luxury cars, designer clothes, constant flexing. But truly wealthy people are often surprisingly quiet. Why? Because real wealth and fake wealth look very different. Fake wealth is designed to be seen. Real wealth is designed to create freedom. The Stoics warned against obsession with appearances, because appearances can become traps. Many people stay broke trying to look rich. They spend to impress strangers, to feel important, to gain validation, to compete socially, and slowly, their finances weaken. Meanwhile, disciplined people quietly build skills, investments, businesses, networks, ownership, without needing constant attention. Rich people rarely admit how much wealth depends on delayed gratification, because delayed gratification sounds boring, but boring habits often create extraordinary results. Part 4. They don't tell you that comfort is dangerous. One of the greatest hidden enemies of success is comfort addiction. Most people want easy lives, easy money, easy routines, easy pleasure. But growth requires discomfort. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort intentionally. Seneca sometimes lived simply on purpose so he would not become weak through luxury. That lesson matters today more than ever. Comfort can slowly destroy ambition, because the more addicted people become to convenience, the harder discipline feels. Rich people rarely tell you how uncomfortable success often is. Long hours, stress, rejection, loneliness, uncertainty, sacrifice. Most people only see the reward phase, not the building phase. And the building phase is usually uncomfortable. The Stoics believe difficulty strengthens character, and strong character handles pressure better. Part 5. They don't tell you that attention is more valuable than money. Modern society is fighting for your attention constantly. Apps, notifications, entertainment, drama, social media. Why? Because attention creates money. Focused people create value. Distracted people consume endlessly. The Stoics valued focus because they understood the mind must be protected carefully. Many people remain financially stuck because they cannot focus long enough to master anything. They jump constantly. New trends, new shortcuts, new distractions, new excitement. But wealth often requires sustained focus over years. Rich people rarely explain how much success depends on concentration, because concentration is invisible. Nobody sees the hours studying, the repeated practice, the consistent work, the silent discipline. But that invisible focus compounds massively over time. Fact 6. They don't tell you that most people self-sabotage. Many people dream about wealth, but unconsciously sabotage themselves. How? Through habits. The Stoics believed repeated actions shape destiny, and many destructive habits feel harmless daily. Overspending, procrastination, laziness, emotional reactions, distractions, excuse-making. Small behaviors repeated daily create long-term outcomes. Rich people rarely say this directly because it sounds harsh, but often the greatest obstacle is not lack of opportunity. It is lack of discipline. Most people know what they should do. The problem is consistency, and consistency is difficult without self-control. Part 7. They don't tell you that status can destroy you. Many people confuse status with success. The Stoics did not. They believed chasing approval creates weakness, because if your happiness depends on external admiration, you become emotionally dependent. This destroys financial freedom. People buy things they cannot afford to impress people they do not even like. That creates endless pressure. Rich people quietly understand that status games never end. There is always someone richer, someone more famous, someone more luxurious. So disciplined people focus less on appearance and more on stability. Real wealth is often invisible. It looks like peace of mind, financial security, time freedom, ownership, emotional calmness, not constant performance. Part 8. They don't tell you that failure is normal. Most successful people fail repeatedly, but failure is rarely shown publicly. People only see the final success story, not the rejected ideas, the bad investments, the embarrassment, the losses, the mistakes. The Stoics expected difficulty. They believed obstacles were part of life. Marcus Aurelius believed challenges could strengthen a person instead of destroying them. This mindset matters financially, because people who fear failure stop trying too early. Meanwhile, disciplined people learn from setbacks, and eventually, experience becomes advantage. Rich people rarely admit how many times they were wrong, but wisdom usually comes through mistakes, not perfection. Part 9. They don't tell you that money amplifies character. Money does not magically improve people. It often reveals them. If someone lacks discipline before money, more money may increase chaos. If someone lacks emotional control, wealth may amplify recklessness. The Stoics believed internal mastery mattered more than external possessions, because external success without internal stability creates suffering. Many wealthy people quietly struggle with anxiety, addiction, loneliness, fear, emptiness. But society only sees luxury. This is why Stoicism teaches balance. Money is useful, but character determines whether wealth becomes freedom or destruction. Part 10. They don't tell you that silence is power. Many wealthy, disciplined people move quietly, not because they lack confidence, but because silence protects focus, strategy, peace, energy. Meanwhile, insecure people often overshare constantly. The Stoics valued restraint, because emotional control creates power. A person who constantly seeks attention becomes distracted easily, but a silent, focused person conserves energy for meaningful work. This is why silence becomes a financial weapon. Quiet discipline compounds faster than loud performance. Part 11. They don't tell you that freedom matters more than flexing. Most people think wealth is about luxury, but many disciplined, wealthy people value freedom more than appearance. Freedom to control time, choose work, avoid desperation, live peacefully, help family, think independently. That is real wealth, not constant performance for strangers. The Stoics believed freedom begins internally. A person controlled by greed, ego, or validation is not truly free, even with money, and many rich people quietly realize this later in life. Part 12. The Stoic Truth About Wealth. The Stoics never worshipped money, but they respected wisdom, discipline, patience, self-control, calmness. And interestingly, those qualities often create wealth naturally, because disciplined people make better decisions, stay focused longer, recover from setbacks faster, avoid emotional destruction, build trust consistently. Wealth becomes a side effect of internal mastery, not just external ambition. Conclusion. So what do rich people never tell you? They rarely tell you, success takes longer than expected. Discipline matters more than hype. Emotional control creates advantage. Comfort weakens ambition. Silence protects focus. Attention is valuable. Status chasing destroys peace. Failure is normal. Wealth without character becomes dangerous. The Stoics understood something timeless. The greatest investment is self-mastery. Because when you master your emotions, your habits, your attention, your discipline, you become difficult to defeat. And over time, that inner strength often creates external success naturally. So do not chase wealth blindly. Build the mindset capable of handling it wisely. Because real power is not just having money. It is remaining disciplined, calm, focused, and free. Even when the world constantly tries to distract you,